Hello, my friends. My name is Darren Gerdes, and I have 7 big stories for you today, and a meme and a test. Stick around till the very end. All right, we're going to start with this. Putin is getting to see the latest drone technology from Iran, and he's looking at this and inspecting it. And here it is. You see, as a military parade in Tehran, Iran showcased a new version of the Shahed drone, the Shahed 136B, which reportedly has a range of up to 4,000 kilometers. Now, they're still pretty easy to shoot down probably, but they can fly a longer distance until they get shot down. They also presented the Jihad missile, capable of flying up to 1,000 kilometers. That's this down here. Okay. Ukraine has received verbal approval from its Western partners to fund its missile program developed by the Ministry of Defense. Defense Minister Umerov confirmed this, noting that the missile development is a top priority for Ukraine and its allies. So, whatever happens next week when Zelensky moves forward and tries to get approval from Biden to use American weapons, this is, I think, Plan B, and they've already proven themselves fairly effective at being able to hit targets within Russia. Okay, Ukraine secured verbal commitments of missile program funding from support from international partners. Umerov expects written confirmation soon and aims to scale missile production to match that of the drones, and that's going to be significant for Ukraine. Now, so this has become a missile and drone war, and it's really fascinating to watch. A little bit about this, we have already shared it, that is the program, with partners and are waiting to see how much of that capacity, which we can build missiles and drones or missile drones, that they will support. The minister emphasized that partners have already given this verbal agreement and they're just waiting for final confirmation. Meanwhile, they're also trying to get these planes. This is the Typhoon and the Saab JAS-39 Gripen multi-role fighters, just to beef up their air force. There's no official confirmation about that yet, but they're working on it. And this, it deserves an honorable mention. Ukraine company rolls out the Gnome ground drone that carries machine gun, grenade launchers, and lays mines. So you can run this thing out in front of a tank, shoot at the tank, drop a mine in front of the tank, all kinds of fun stuff. Timberland's robotic platform is equipped with the PKT machine gun, RPG-7s, and mine-laying systems. This thing looks pretty menacing. So, okay, there's that. Big story number 2. Russia declines invitation to Ukraine's peace summit. They're not going to come. And they say why in just a moment here. The Kremlin rejects Zelensky's peace plan as allegedly unviable and demands that Ukraine relinquish territories that Russia claims to have annexed but doesn't actually control. Okay, so seriously, that's what they're saying. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova claiming on September 21, "We will not take part in such summits," according to AFP. She stated that the summit's aim is promoting of the allegedly unviable Zelensky formula as the only basis for resolving the conflict and presenting Russia with, quote, "an ultimatum on capitulation." This comes as Russia's only claimed way to end this war is Ukraine's de facto capitulation. Funny how that works. Reuters reported that Zakharova dismissed the peace process as another manifestation of fraud by the Anglo-Saxons and their Ukrainian puppets. She questioned Ukraine's right for achieving peace by means of legitimate self-defense, claiming that Ukraine and its Western backers not think about peace, citing Ukraine's incursion into southern Kursk, or southern region in Russia of Kursk. Yeah, so they're not thinking of peace by doing that. And you're thinking of peace by, yeah. Okay, third big story. So that some time ago, about a year and a half ago, this is March of 2023, Tucker Carlson was still on Fox and talking about how Zelensky is against the church and he's banning an entire denomination. Well, and later they did ban the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, which is the Orthodox version that's from the Moscow Patriarchate. Okay, Zelensky seeks to promote the National Orthodox Church from the Metropolitanate to the Patriarchate. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but it's essentially like an upgrade from a bishop to almost a pope-like status. Not quite, but something like a super bishop or something along those lines. And so he's trying to promote that. But of the Ukrainian Church, not the Russian Orthodox Church in Ukraine. And that's because of the treasonous activities that flow through the Moscow Patriarchate version. President Zelensky said he advocated for elevating the Orthodox Church of Ukraine to patriarchic status during a recent meeting with Constantinople exarchs, while stressing state non-interference in church affairs. So he's not trying to be in charge of the church. He just wants to have a Ukrainian Orthodox Church not beholden to Moscow. I said that our people, Ukrainians, would understand, meaning appreciate, if our status was elevated to patriarchate. The exarchs accepted the information and will convey it to Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew for consultation. So they're taking it under consideration. He's emphasizing that the state's position on the matter, the president stressed, we as a state will not influence or pressure in any way. When commenting on the possible participation in the dialogue between the churches, that's just not what they're trying to do. While formal dialogue between OCU, that's the Orthodox Church of Ukraine, and the UOCMP, that's the Moscow Patriarch, the Russian Orthodox Church, that's in Ukraine, is ongoing, unification, even partial, seems unlikely at present. The situation is further complicated by the Russian Orthodox Church severance of canonical communication with the Constantinople Patriarchate in 2018. So Zelensky is not against Orthodox Christianity, but he is against Moscow using Orthodox Christianity in order to weaponize it as a weapon of war. Okay, Russian officials now have designated 47 countries as having opposing and dangerous moral attitude toward Russia. So I had to go to the actual ISW to see what was being said here. Russian officials have designated 47 countries as having opposing and dangerous moral attitudes toward Russia, highlighting that the Kremlin is reviving a Soviet-era tactic and mindset that defines a clear ideological division in the world. Russian Prime Minister approved of a list of 47 countries deemed to have destructive attitudes that clash with, quote, Russian spiritual and moral values. Okay, what are these spiritual and moral values? Well, that wasn't exactly clear, but there are some countries that clearly are antagonistic to that. On September 20th, following a recent presidential decree facilitating immigration to Russia for individuals who reject, quote, destructive neoliberal values, unquote, in their home countries. The list includes Western and other allied countries that have largely supported Ukraine, but notably does not include, here are the interesting countries that it doesn't include, Slovakia, Hungary, Turkey, Moldova, and Georgia. Interesting list, isn't it? This move underscores a pattern in which Russian officials accuse the West and the U.S. of creating ideological divides supposedly aimed at isolating Russia while engaging in this Cold War-style behavior, promoting global ideological camps, and separating themselves. Russia has recently enhanced mechanisms such as Russian proposed Eurasian security architecture that aim to exclude the West and enhance divides between these ideological lines. The ISW has also observed that the Kremlin recently intensified efforts to codify a state ideology based on vague traditional values, but what exactly are these traditional values? We don't know. It's certainly not the traditional values that Americans hold. It's very different. Okay, Hezbollah. Let's talk about them again. Hezbollah is currently launching a large-scale barrage of rockets on northern Israel. Over 70 localities have been targeted. This was over the last day. Waiting for the Squad to condemn the attack. The Squad is a group of Democrats in American politics. Now, here's why I'm highlighting this. Unless firing dozens of rockets at Israel civilians at 1 a.m. counts as resistance. Okay, so that's the point. They're doing the same thing as Russia's doing. They're shooting at civilians. 4 key facts about Hezbollah. Hezbollah is not an Islamic sect. It's not a denomination. It is a T organization founded in 1985. Hezbollah is an Iranian Shia Islamist proxy for Lebanon. That is, the Iranians are using the Hezbollah fighters in Lebanon to fight against Israel through them. Okay? Hezbollah has nothing to do with Palestine and have zero Palestinians among them. Palestinians are treated as third-class citizens in Lebanon and face severe social and legal discrimination. So they're not good guys. And by the way, this is what Hezbollah has done historically. This is a photo of French paratroopers killed by Hezbollah in 1983. The operation was led by Ibrahim Aquil. Remember that guy? We just talked about him yesterday and the day before because Israel killed him 2 days ago. Yesterday, Aquil was eliminated by Israel. Macron condemned Israel, saying he stands with Lebanon. Okay, so there's that. And then the 40th anniversary was just last year of the Beirut Marine Corps barracks bombing. Remember that if you're American? On October 23rd, 1983, Hezbollah killed 241 U.S. military personnel, including 220 Marines, 18 sailors, 3 soldiers, in a terrorist bombing of the Marine Corps barracks in Beirut, Lebanon. And this is what that looked like after they were done with it. So they're not good actors, and so if your sympathies were with Hezbollah, maybe they might not need to be. Okay, let's look at Trump. Trump is introducing, and you need to be aware of this, he's introducing an official Trump coin, only official coins designed by him, proudly minted here in the US. Now, I'm not showing this because I want you to buy them, but just to have context of what's going on in American politics.
I have something incredible to share today. We are announcing the launch of Trump coins, a true symbol of American greatness.
What?
Trump coins are designed by me and minted right here in the USA. This beautiful limited edition coin commemorates our movement, our fight for freedom, prosperity, and putting America first. We always put America first. It's more than just a collector's item. It's a testament to the resilience and strength of the American people, our American patriots that we love so much. This coin is composed of 99.9% pure silver, with a beautiful proof finish, and it's really something very special. Each coin comes with a certificate of authenticity with my signature to ensure you have purchased a real Trump coin.
Okay, and so the Trump coin looks something like this with Trump's face on it. I've seen various versions of this. And one where he's holding up his fist, but you can get the Trump coin for only $100. But I guess that's better than the Trump digital trading cards. Okay. Finally, 2 last things. Here's a meme. Never let always being wrong in the past stop you from being wrong again now. That's a hat tip to Darth Putin. I stole that line from him. And then finally, some of you have issues with my pronunciation. I totally understand. So I'd like you to try to answer or try to say these Icelandic names before she does.
So some people say that Icelandic road names are impossible to pronounce. So I thought I would read a few of them.
Okay, so what does that sound like? Go ahead. I'll give you time.
Strandarvegur.
Okay. Okay. Let's hear what that. Come on, say it.
Fjallastrandarvegur, Lund.
Okay.
Reykjadalsvegur, Loðmundarfjarðarvegur, Reykhólasveitarvegur, Kerlingarfjallavegur. The longest Icelandic word would be Vaðlaheiðarvegavinnu verkfæra geymsluskórs Litlakipurhringurinn.
That's easy for her to say. This is my plight, folks. That's what it's like for me trying to pronounce Ukrainian and Russian names, and just have some sympathy for me. Hopefully that did the trick. All right, my friends, thank you. That's all that I have. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.